Hi, I'm Heather.
And I'm Amber.
So, Amber, what do you do? What is your job?
Right now, I'm a part-time nanny.
Okay. How did you get into nannying?
Well, I knew someone who was looking for a nanny, and I was recommended for the job, and I ended up getting it.
That's really cool. What are the ages of the kids that you nanny?
Right now, I'm nannying for a 4-year-old girl. She actually just turned 4. She was 3 when I started.
Okay.
And she's the only one right now.
Okay. What did you go to school for? Did you plan to become a nanny?
No, actually, I went to school to become a teacher, so I have my education degree, but I found a nanny job, and I'm really enjoying being a nanny.
What age would you want to teach?
My favorite age is 6th grade, but I would take anywhere from 4th to 8th grade.
Okay, so you really enjoy middle schoolers?
Yes, they're very fun.
Why do you like middle schoolers?
Because they're at an age where they're questioning things and they're able to think critically and they're trying to figure things out and they're open from input from others, but they don't have the attitudes that the high schoolers and the older grades have.
Yeah, I've heard that middle schoolers are just like preschoolers, except that they can talk back and they have attitudes. What do you think about that?
Well, I think while it's true that they can talk back, they can actually communicate on a deeper level than the preschoolers, and it's more challenging to try to figure out why they're reacting that way, at least for me, than it is when preschoolers are doing that.
Yeah. Do you think that you would have a really strict classroom? Do you enforce disciplinary rules really well?
Well, I think one of the big keys to that is consistency and making sure that your students know what the rules are and what they are supposed to do as well as what they're not supposed to do. And then if they do something that they're not supposed to do, then what are the consequences? And if they know that, that helps them make better decisions if they want to do it bad enough that they will deal with the consequences.
Mm-hmm. What subjects would you teach?
I have my minors in language arts and mathematics, so I could teach either of those on the middle school level, and if it was upper elementary, I could teach all the subjects. But I also have a reading endorsement in the degree. So.
Okay, so what would you prefer to teach?
Language arts.
Language arts. Why would you want to teach language arts?
I love English, and I love reading and writing and helping others do that as well.
What inspired your love for language arts?
I had a really good high school teacher, Miss Hintz. I had her for 3 years in high school, and she was awesome. She helped me become a better writer, and she encouraged me, and she just really helped me in that path. And actually, she's the reason, when she found out I wanted to be an English teacher, she had me take Brit Lit over the summer so I could have her for AP English, and that was really great.
That's really cool. So do you write on your own outside of like academics and teaching?
Well, I've been journaling since I was 10, and I also write stories on and off depending on how much time I have, but I really enjoy that as well.
Do you plan on ever publishing your work?
If I make any of the stories good enough, like really good, I wouldn't want to send them off until I had one, and then I would want to research the different publishing houses and see which one fits the kind of story that I have. And I'm hoping to do that eventually, but there's no immediate plans for that.
Okay. Do you have any other hobbies besides writing stories?
I like to crochet. I actually make Afghans and then I sell them, and I've sold 6 so far this year, so that's really neat. And I also like to watch movies and read, and I enjoy good stories.
Okay. You've been selling your Afghans?
Yes.
So do you have a business going, or is it more of an informal thing?
It's more informal. I don't want to deal with all the issues involved with having an official business, so I just decided to do it. And it actually started out kind of by accident because I learned how to crochet in high school and I just really enjoyed it. So what happened was other people saw it and said I was really good at it, and I haven't even gotten them online yet because I made some and I sold them all before Christmas. And then one of the people who was given one by the person who bought it asked for me to make two. So I ended up making two, and she bought them. And then there was another person from her. So word of mouth is the best way to sell things like that.
Yeah, word of mouth is a good way to get things around.
Yeah.
Yeah. What sizes of blankets do you make?
I make all different sizes. I make baby blankets up to ones that fit a king size bed. In fact, the first one I made was the end of December for my brother to give to someone, and it was really nice. He actually came up with a pattern, so I use that pattern a lot now.
Do you usually create your own patterns, or do you ask people for their say on what they are asking for? How does that work?
I usually make my own patterns, and I usually just do what I think is going to look good. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I like it, but maybe others don't. Sometimes I don't like it, but other people do. So the only pattern that I got from someone else was the one for my brother, because he had a very specific pattern and design he wanted, and I just really liked that design, so I've been using it.
Okay, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Do you make anything other than blankets, or do you just mostly make blankets?
I've so far just made blankets. I haven't tried making anything else. I've heard that hats are really easy and scarves, but I haven't learned how to knit yet, so I hope to try that sometime.
Okay. You said you learned how to crochet in high school. Was that for class?
Yes, I had home ec. Well, the teacher wanted it to be more of a home management class, so we got to learn everything, like cooking and how to plan for meals and buy groceries and all of that. But we did learn to crochet in there. That was probably my favorite part of that class.
Did you take anything else away from that class besides crocheting that you just kept doing outside of class?
No. She wanted us to. We had this huge 3-ring binder we had to fill up with all these things that she gave us. But it was really ridiculous and no one really liked it like she did. So I didn't really, and I just took crocheting, which wasn't her lesson plan. That was what a previous teacher had done. So yeah.
So do you think you would have done better under a different teacher, or?
I think I would have enjoyed it more, because I think we would have done more of the home ec things, the more home things, and not like the business end and gardening and all the stuff that didn't used to be a part of that curriculum.
Did the other students in your class take away things like crocheting that they did outside of class?
Well, some of the guys, there were a couple guys in there, and they were like, you have to what? And because you had to make the Afghan as big as your arm spread out. So some of the guys were like, wow, and they barely got it done, and they really didn't want to ever do that again. So that was kind of funny, but I'm sure that other people took different things away from the class than I did.
Yeah. So everyone met the requirement then, or do you remember?
As far as I know, there was no public sharing of someone who failed the class. Mm-hmm. But it was kind of hard to fail, because a lot of it was participation. Even if you didn't do well on the homework and other things, if you participated in the class and the class cooking, you usually got enough points to pass.
Okay. That's good. Participation is good.
Yes.
You also said that you can teach math. So how did you become interested in math?
Well, I really liked math, especially when I was in middle school. I really liked it. It was my favorite subject for a few years. And I had some really good math teachers in high school. So I just continued to like it for the most part. And so when I got to college and had to choose 2 subjects, I really liked English and I liked math. And even though I don't like all of the higher maths, it sounded better than science and history. So,
yeah. How did your teachers help you enjoy math?
Well, my senior year teacher for pre-calculus, he was really good. He was really fun, and he just was extremely efficient. And I learned so much in that class, more than I ever thought I would. And I actually still remember a few random facts that I probably don't need to know in real life. But the fact that I remember them and know them is just profound, because the way he taught it was really good.
What kind of facts do you still remember that you think are
Well,
useless?
like the circle with all the percentages and I don't remember what it was called, the wheel of percentages or whatever, like pi over 2 is 90% and things like that.
Okay. Did your professors in college help you enjoy your classes, especially math, the same way, or were they less intriguing?
No, actually, I took pre-calculus again in college because I put it off until my junior year, and by then I was like, I don't remember this, so I took it again, and he was a really nice guy. I really liked him, but I did not like his teaching style, so it was very challenging, but fortunately my roommate was taking it with me, so we helped each other.
That's good.
Yeah.
It always helps to have people to help you do those
Yes,
things.
it does.
I believe that we are out of time, but
Oh.
it was lovely talking to you.
Great talking.
That is all.